meeting
man,
to order at 19:02, 7:02 p.m.
Like a cloud, I was thinking, this is crazy.
All right, we're gonna do roll. Brandon is here. Mike Witcher?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jared? Danny? Derek? Tony? Lee? Monty?
Yeah.
And Mark. We have a forum.
Nobody's seen them yet. Okay. We don't have the minutes from June 26th meeting currently here at the moment, so we're gonna go on past item 3. And we'll table that and come back to it when everybody has a copy of them. Item 4, discussion action, the finance officer's report.
Yeah.
We got to you real
They were
fast.
still on the desk. Okay, we're gonna start with, one at the bottom, it says June 30, 2026. Highlighted the transfer on 6/22 that was transferred to each station to cover the insurance. That figure at the bottom of your reports that you get every month, it has a figure down there for insurance reserves. That's the dollar amount that we had built up to over the 12 months. So that's the amount that was transferred from each station. On 6/29, we had, $500 from each station, except for Bradley, that transferred to EMR for medical direction, to Heartland Medical. And then on 6/29, that was the amount that was approved by the board last month to transfer for our deficit that we have. On each one of these, stations at the bottom, not all of them, but some of them have a blue balance that has the, remaining dollars left in 25-26 fiscal year. That'll probably be October before that transfers over. They have to be sure every PO in Grady County is closed before they can transfer those dollars. So, just so you're aware, some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them close out at 0, which is the ideal situation. It just don't work that way sometimes. Then, on the 8200 account, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a, I don't know, just a little bit what's in my head when I make these reports. But on 6/10, it had an adjustment for comm data. This was for May fuel. Every open PO that I do for fuel is around $7,500, unless I have a reason to raise it. That closed at $79.8212, which is an over $482.12. That's what that adjustment is. Over in the right-hand column, it'll say what that closed out at. So we went over on April fuel, March fuel, April fuel, and May fuel. Just simply because of the task force and that situation, but we've already addressed that. The one that closed out for June fuel was under. So we should be adjusting back unless wildfire season gets crazy again. On 6/23, this is new. This is the Pioneer Laverty storm siren. The storm siren at Minnecaw costs $5 and something a month. The storm siren at Pioneer Station costs $6 and something a month. They're both with PSO. This is with OEC, and it's $42 a month. And that is something that nobody was paying for it for several years, and they discovered this a month ago, 2 months ago, and said Grady County Fire was gonna pay for that. So, that's where we are on that. It's $42 a month. I think Clay was gonna talk to them about some sort of discount, but $42 a month is a lot for a siren that.
Just says there, yeah. So you're telling me it was with PSO and then all of a sudden it changed to OEC?
Nobody was paying for this siren for the last 30 years.
That's nice, let's go ahead and finish it that way.
And then they discovered this and Originally, they were EM, Emergency Management, I think, and so.
And it's not a new one.
No, it's not a new one.
No, they just
Grady and they want their money.
discovered that it was there.
That nobody was, they didn't charge us for the back service.
It was, I remember,
Sounds like they are at $42
Yeah.
instead of $6. Sounds like they are charging you
a couple
6
months
years
ago, I don't know if they had,
Yeah.
they had to repair something or what, but Clay had sent me a message about it. And then there was a discussion in the group meeting about it,
And I was kind of figuring, I don't know,
Yeah.
$10 max, but this is the first bill we had received. and
Was
it's
it
$42.
PSO or RNC?
It's
Oh, it's
OEC.
Is it metered?
no, I think it's just service.
I don't know.
Is it,
I think it's
maybe
a
just right into our
service.
service, I imagine,
Yeah.
instead of metered, and which would be metered, but not by itself, with the whole station.
Okay.
Well, they're probably doing that because they just put in that brand new transfer station out there,
That is true.
so they probably jumped it up to 42 and they figured all that out.
Yeah.
So is it right by the station?
No, this was at
Yeah.
Liberty Church, which is what, a mile and a half,
No, it's it's 4.5 miles
4.5 west?
west.
It's right behind the Latin Baptist Church.
Yeah,
Bad thing is, I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
not really.
No, they
I mean,
really don't use that.
Just want everybody to be aware of that. And also, like where you see down at the bottom where it says REC, PSO, Grady County Rural Water, outside of there, it's broke down where Acme, Bailey, and Park City. That's what those letters and amounts mean. So then the PSO one is gonna be the Nenacall 1 station, Nenacall 2, Nenacall Siren, and Pocasset. That's what those breakdowns mean on that, is what each station's utility bill was for that month.
Or
I don't
was
know
it
that I-
$39?
The water bill,
Oh, that's water, okay. never
water
mind.
bill,
I'm looking at
and you
the
can
wrong
look
one.
back up through there, if it's not on this one, see, the Farwell Transport Station was $42.56. But you can look up there and kind of see month to month, what those bills are. And that's really all I have on the fiscal year, end of fiscal year, and then we can jump into July. The tax appropriation was $5,180.25. These are just redoing the blankets that we canceled, end of year, new year blankets. I did break down the transfers. We have the regular transfer to the 8,200 account. We have the transfer to the training account and the new transfer to the SORT account that was open. And, then we started over with our insurance reserves. According to this year's, premium, that's where the $975 a month comes from. Hopefully we can work on that. That's later on in the agenda. But if we go to the 8,200 account on that one, you can see where we paid the insurance renewal. That, I'll talk about that in a minute. The other annual costs that are due every July, just a one-time fee on those things. And then, again, your OEC and PSO, fiber, they broke down per station on that. That's what that means. Then the training account, and then the first deposit into the SORT account was July 13th. I thought that was on, okay. Any questions on that? We'll move on to item number C, which is how much the stations want to spend on the Grady County Fair budget this year. I think last year it was $300 a station out of your donation accounts. And that seemed to be fine to get the giveaways and stuff that we needed for the fair.
Was it enough, or did we have leftovers?
No, I mean, I think I must be at 34 or something. So, I don't know what it was.
Rather have to look at those.
Yeah, I think they're-
Won't make you not like it.
We got 20 of those left, we're not gonna do those again. But I'm open for suggestions too, if the chiefs have any ideas what they might want to get for giveaway, it's just finding them reasonable enough.
Turn out here.
For giveaways?
Yeah, just give it to them and they're on.
Okay, oh, that'll work, that'll work. And, we didn't talk about that at Chiefs meeting. Okay, I'm moving on to D, which is the insurance update. I did get, we've talked about this a little bit though, so it's gonna change. But we were dropping the tankers and the engines to 80,000 coverage, leaving the brush trucks and the command units where they are. And that dropped our premium $9,500 for next year, or we may get a refund for what if we institute it right now. The chiefs meeting, they suggested just dropping, the tankers and the engines to 100,000 and not 80. So we won't see that full 9,500, but
You said it dropped at 9,000.
9,500, yeah. 24,000 of that is the real estate coverage. And then 90-something of it would be the trucks.
Which, while we're still on that, real quick, would the commissioners help us with that? Not at all,
We
that's
don't
a
have
short
any
answer.
money.
Don't have.
They
any
got, our meeting, everything's on freeze right now. No hiring.
Okay.
So next year
What's
in
that?
July, could we revisit that
Yeah,
in June?
yeah.
When we get next year's premium?
Yeah.
So we'll wanna revisit it a couple months ahead of time,
Yeah.
but,
I usually don't get the quote
And
until
sign-
like the
yeah.
20th of June.
yeah.
And how much is it on the property?
23 and some change, so 24.
Basically what we had on deficit.
Yeah,
is
Mm-hmm.
what
It
came
is.
out to. It's
A
pretty
little
much
bit,
the same.
little bit under what we had on the episode, but yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely a conversation I wanna have with you guys. We might get with them and get it, noted, so it's on the agenda for us to have that talk. Because that's, I mean, we're all using these properties and you guys have a heck of a lot more income than we do. So pretty much all we've got is
Yeah,
donations
just,
and our little bit of
just put it on
tax.
the agenda to go for the entire board.
Okay. Okay, appreciate it,
Closer to
Gary.
May or June
Yeah.
of next year. And then the Stanley Systems update, on the July report. Anyway, last month at our budget, we talked about that being like $2,200 and something dollars. Our lease is up in November. So after that, I've asked them to send me a quote as to what that looks like. We don't want a new machine, my machine's fine, so we just pay the service contract, or are they gonna charge us for the machine at that point? Anyway, but it won't be the $2,219 from here on out. It'll be something less than that. So that was my update with that. As far as we're not trading in for a new machine.
How long is that contract?
It was a 5-year contract. We
5 year.
signed it in 21, expired in 26, November, so. Luckily, we're done with that. And that's the only update I have on the Stanley contract. I don't have figures yet. I'll have them next month, hopefully.
For a new contract. Or
To
for
see if
new
we.
auctions.
Yeah, the auction. I don't know what that looks like. That's all I have.
financial reports.
Second.
All right, got a motion made by Derek and seconded by Mike to accept the financial officer's report. Mike,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
Danny,
Yes.
Derek,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
and Monty.
And yes.
All right, item 5, citizen concerns, comments. Anybody signed in? Thought I seen somebody on there.
Yeah.
Trent Williams.
Well, thanks for letting me come and talk, respect your time. My name's Trent Williams, I'm your outside sales for MES Life Safety. If you don't know about MES, it's the largest distributor in the nation when it comes to fire equipment. So we have over 600 vendors. Most of the stuff we can get, we do not sell rigs. We don't sell exhaust systems. But other than that, I'm finding very few things that we don't sell. MES has been in business for 20 years. We have good reach with all our manufacturers, mostly because we sell more of the stuff than anybody else does. So lead times are really good with us. For example, Morning Pride for the tails, pant coats, 30 days from your order is our typical turn time on that. With the edge stuff, it's about 6 weeks. A little bit about myself. From Grady County, actually, from Griffin Tuttle. Right now, we actually live in South Oklahoma City because we both work there. I'm a fireman with the fire department over in the city. I've been there for 20 years now. Battalion chief on the south side of it. Been at the same station mostly my whole career. We still love the job. We just had a bunch of kids, so still gonna work for a while. Love the job. Started doing this about a year ago. And mostly what I want to do is just, be a resource for you. When it comes to gear, that's kind of what I geek out on. I was 2 years health and safety for Oklahoma City, the battalion chief. During that time, we did gear evaluation. We partnered with OU, we prepared up for manufacturers. I know kind of what it's like to step in that role. My first month there, I had multiple people coming in telling me they all sold the best thing since pocket t-shirts were created. And I'll be honest, I didn't know what gear we wore when I went down to the position. Didn't care, I put it on for it. So I had to learn quite a lot in a short time frame. And then also, was over operations and training. So loose equipment, I know a little bit about, but I won't tell you I know something if I don't know it. I'll find out an answer for you. I'm still active, on that side. I'm on the 1970 technical committee. We're working right in the next draft for the next one coming up for structured gear. So if you have any questions with that or changes, like I said, use me as a resource. I said MES is a great company. Like I said, we sell everything. I'm gonna try to respect the 3-minute time frame. But if y'all want to hear about Morning Pride gear, that's one of the vendors we have for structured gear. We sell Morning Pride fire decks in Grady in Oklahoma. For rescue tools, we sell Hurst. Smaller tools, we sell Makita. Air packs, we're the sole distributor for Scott currently. We do sell Drager, but in Oklahoma, since we're the sole source for Scott, we do primarily with Scott. So if y'all look at air packs, I should come show y'all that. A little bit about Morning Pride. I brought them today, just kind of, always like to come pitch one. Morning Pride's a great company. They've been around since 1921, made in Dayton, Ohio. And they make really good quality gear. A lot of the low end, I say low end, the most economical sets of gear across all manufacturers that I was selling had good thermal protection, but they don't have very good breathability. And if you know Oklahoma, we're not really set up for that, right? So I talked with a couple of manufacturers, Morning Pride listened, they let me build my own spec. They gave me and my company larger discounts on it, so I can get the price down. So I have a spec of edge gear right here to show you. The economical sets I was kind of selling was around 35, 36, 37 TPP. And what's that to you as firemen? NFPA says it has to be a minimum of 35. And how we came up with 35 is if we put our gear on and we're at 70 degrees ambient temperature, when we step into a flashover environment at 1200 degrees, half your TPP is the amount of time in seconds you have before you can get a secondary burn. So we wanted the minimum to be 17 seconds to get out if you're in a flashover condition before you get a secondary burn. So that's where that 35 number comes in. So small increases in that TPP will mean a lot on how fast you heat up inside a fire. So small points on that make a big difference. But that's kind of our focus at the NPA, is thermal protection. You know, the secondary number we look at is breathability, which is your THL, but it's not as high up on our importance list. So that number's pretty low, it's 205. The higher the number, the better on that. Most of the stuff we sell and stuff you're even in now, if you have anything under 240, it doesn't breathe at all. The composite I built and the one I'm kind of pushing is about 280. You know, if you had a 240 and I gave you a 245, the snake oil, you're not gonna feel a difference. So that number, you gotta have about 20 points difference to actually make it feel better. So I have some pretty good stuff with this Edge gear. With the Edge, it has 4 packages. They only have 4 packages. It's not very customizable, and that's what helped kind of keep the cost down. So this is the Edge Diamond Coat. It comes with the new work reflective trim. This is just a Pioneer outer shell. We can switch out outer shells if you want, but this is a good outer shell. It comes in this khaki color, gold or black. It comes with the nameplate, the name tags. It has 2 large pockets below with hand warming pockets behind it. Flashlight holder on the right chest, radio pocket on the left. Warning Pride's secret sauce and everything they do is their dead air panels. When you're looking at most of your burns, it's wherever you have no air, where you have compressions at. So compression burns and fires are most common ones. And if you see this thick batting around your areas, around your yoke and your back, this comes in all Warning Pride's jackets. It's where your SCBA sits mostly. And wherever these dead air panels are, that gives you 20 more points of thermal protection in those areas. So if you have a 35 coat, in those areas where you're having, you know, compression, you have about a 55 protection, which is nice and makes it comfortable. I had a firefighter go ahead of the hose lines a few months ago. We had a vacant house, but we had reports that homeless were in there, and it kind of got caught in a little bit of flashover for a little bit. 20 seconds it took us to get in there and get it cooled down. But he had some second-degree burns on his elbow, or his forearms, and his shoulder right here, and that's mostly where he was just laying down on the pack and sitting. So those pressure points and that air movement is very important. If you buy gear from me, I'm gonna size you correctly. A lot of I know 99% of our job is looking good, but a lot of firefighters now want a real fit forming set of gear, and I'll have it fitting good, but you get air's insulation, so it can't be too tight. The Edge pant, this is what it comes with. This is not the pant I typically quote. The pant I typically quote has everything this has except this belt. This belt really is for a $160 upgrade, kind of not needed. It has a good closure system, and it has take-up straps on the side. These take-up straps let you size the pant down a whole size. So with the closure and the take-up straps, it kind of acts like a belt. So you can save some money and not need that. If you want that, you can add it. It does come with enforced pocket protection, moisture pant and wear areas where firefighters are carrying tools at. It's got Kevlar lining on the inside. It's got this enforcement on the outside. All the Warning Pride pants come with boot cut. On the back of the pants is where we see most of the wear area. They also have that protection down below. So that's the most basic economical set, and that's pretty much what I've been wearing my whole career at Oklahoma City. That's most comparable to what the Globe Extreme set gear would be. Warning Pride also came out with a Tails version. This is their top end coat. So the Warning Pride Tails coat is lighter, it feels better, more ergonomic. It only has 5 panels to it. That coat has 10. Given that it has 5 panels, means, you know, less seams, less wear, and you can size this down or up 2 sizes if you have a turnover. You can send it back. So with this one, that's kind of the selling point. It's a little more expensive. You can size it up or down. It does have the dead air panels in it, and this coat is completely customizable, as you can see. You can put anything you want on it, even a Texas flag. That's the thing. So forgive me for that. Like I said, this is an FDIC version they give it to us to show, so that's kind of what I have with me. But it does show you some pretty cool stuff you can do with it if you want. Warning Pride, the durability is really great. NFPA for your inner seams in here has to be 50-pound tear strength. For your outer shell has to be 150. Both the seams in the Warning Pride Tails jacket are 175 rated, so they do hold up really well. And then Warning Pride's Pro Fit pant. I don't have the tail pants. I don't sell it very often. I sell this one. It's an upgraded pant. What they did in the early 2015s, we weren't really worried about durability before they took the PFAS out of the liners and stuff like that. They held up pretty well. So everybody was kind of fighting for that new, more athletic fit of gear. When Morning Pride went to snowboarding and studied with snowboard manufacturers and worked to design a set of gear called Viper. With Viper, it was a pant similar to this, but it was a high-waisted pant, and it had an S-shaped design. S-shaped design giving it more material in the back. Significance of that is when you're crawling, it's not gonna ride up the boot. Okay, when you step up over rig, it's not gonna go up the rubber boot. That's what that S shape does. The Tails pant, when it first came out, and they still have it, is a little bit hybrid. It was like a 501G, a low-rise pant. Everybody was wanting low-rise at that time. And the Tails pant had this full range of motion crotch. So if you look at the crotch on that pant, you'll see a seam straight across. This full range of motion crotch makes it a lot more comfortable when you're squatting down and working in it. When you put these on and work in them, you don't have to fight it that much at all. So pretty much anything when I bid people, I always put this pant on there, because it's about a $200 upgrade. But I would rather upgrade my fit and my pant more than materials, to be honest with you. So I always give you that option. And like I said, on this stuff, 30 days is our average on the tails, 6 weeks on the edge. We have some gloves over there y'all are more than welcome to look at. Also brought the new Lowrider Bullard helmet. If you're in Bullard right now, the UST lightweight has went away. This is what's replacing it. Same cost as the UST was. It sits about a 1/2 inch lower on the head. It feels pretty good. It does come with the retract visors. You can still get the Borks if y'all want better face shield. So it's a good price point and it fits really well. So I brought it to see if y'all want to see it. I have cards here. Y'all want to come get one? Contact me. I'll be glad to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else on it?
Nope.
Item 6, county chief report.
He ain't here.
He's not here?
He's not here. Really not a lot. Hose tests are done. Pump tests are done. All took care of for another year. Fire season's upon us. These 100-degree days, it's gonna come quick. There's a lot of training going on, and I'm gonna turn that over to the one who's handling it over here with our special ops team. Yeah.
I
Keith.
like that he's still looking. He was committed.
No, let's
Mr. Keith Henry?
Here recently, I mean, we got the Swiftwater Conference, I've got 8, 9 guys signed up for that up in the city. And after that, we got confined space. Now we got hazmat ops.
Hazmat awareness and ops are coming up.
Yes, we have those, and then we have confined space, and then we're doing a flag class in November. So we're doing a lot of training between us and Chickasha. We're getting the state, we're getting us set up to actually have a task force. We're being utilized all over the state and maybe out of state. So we are moving forward like no other. Fast.
Still have a good turnout to training and stuff.
OSU, I mean, they're surprised how much training we're doing here.
We're getting a lot of compliments from instructors that's not normally around here going, y'all are doing a lot. They're glad to see it.
Maybe they'll start throwing some grants this way for
On that note, a lot of the money that was tagged for the El Reno campus for fire training is now coming here. Just about all of it, if not all of it.
No, it is all of it. I talked to her today.
The John Carpenter up at OSU, who's over their hazmat stuff, keeps calling, wanting us, offering money to do classes for us. So we're being noticed and everybody's coming to us wanting to do things with us now. Hopefully we'll have that first team set up like this in the state for a county-wide type situation.
Volunteers and paid.
Where you got your volunteers and paid, all trained to the same level, working together. I think it's gonna be a pretty neat situation, and we're the first ones to do it, so we're gonna be the ones that everybody looks at when they decide to do it themselves. So, something to be proud of.
Steps.
All I got. unless y'all got questions.
You talked about training on the sort team.
Yes.
Okay, what about training for all of the new people that we're putting on? Do we have a place that is putting that on?
We are looking at, I've talked to some other chiefs in the towns and such about banding together and putting on a Fire One class. There is also a Fire One going on at Blanchard, we've got some in, and there's one at Bridge Creek going on, we've got people in.
Okay,
The training's being offered if we can get them to go.
Are you offering that through the group me? Is that how y'all doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
And each station should be doing in-house training also.
And we reinforce that all the time, do your in-house.
Yeah. It's, I know a few stations are having trouble getting off the ground with that, and now it's
Right.
106 degrees, so.
I mean, we've got the EMR class going now, the first one we're doing in-house. We're working
That's
on
the
that,
one at Ellick.
and that's the first one of those we've done ourselves. It just saves us a lot of money on training by having our own instructor.
And EDT.
EBDT, we gotta do the updates August 8th before we can teach that again. So I'm gonna get lost in Corin, Oklahoma somewhere to go do that. Coral.
Oh, cool.
I think Corin is bigger than Corin. I've been told if you blink and you miss the one building. Smaller. But yeah, training's moving forward and we're really pushing it.
I might be pushing it too hard.
Nah.
Better to push it too hard than not hard
That's
enough.
why I asked you if you're still having a good turnout with it. I mean, as long as you're still having a good turnout.
I mean, people have their everyday lives, we're
Right.
all volunteers, but yeah, we're still getting good.
It's, as long as people are still showing up to it, then, I mean, they're still showing interest.
Just like after the Swiftwater concert,
Concert.
yeah, whatever.
I've heard that, yeah.
You will actually have Swiftwater techs as volunteers in this county.
Which sort of helped us that one night.
So when we would hit that situation of high water again, we won't have that problem. We have people trained all over.
We'll have texting.
We won't be relying on anybody else.
That's good, because nobody else showed up.
Exactly. Kind of what started this.
Any other questions for Rodney or Keith? Or Jesse?
For Brian.
Or Brian? Well, let's sit back there and forget about it.
That's why.
All right, we'll move on to 7. Discussion action with County Commissioner Representative Gary. Other than being at a hiring freeze,
That's about where we're at right now.
Is that a
And
budget
it's gonna
issue?
be, it's probably gonna be for the next 2-3 years. Well, here's the deal. We're remodeling the courthouse, just for one thing. Where the DAs currently are, that's gonna have to be torn completely down, rebuilt. In the church down here, the county buying that church at 6th in Minnesota. And in order to move the district attorneys down there and the judges. And it's kind of where the money's going right now.
well, anything for us?
No, I don't know anything.
Any questions for Gary?
Good compliments on you
We appreciate
all the
that.
time.
So I do have a quick question for you. So if, because you know about what Naples is going through right now
Not really, but-
on the lawsuit,
Oh, yes, yeah,
okay?
with the.
There's a slight chance that if they do get the station in good day, y'all gonna insist on us getting another station?
Or will we? Well, bring it forward.
I mean,
We'll talk to all the whole board.
Cause I mean, you'll have to,
The county commissioners by law.
Yeah,
They have to
they would
provide
have to
fire
adjust.
service for that area.
Yeah, well. But it
County
still needs to
commission
be,
with
what it is.
provision for fire service for rural.
but it still needs to be brought before the board, so everybody be on the same page.
I understand
So,
that. No, I'm just saying, y'all just need to realize you're saying that you're on a, you know, money freeze. and-
Yeah, we will, crunch,
But then Naples is one of the biggest,
yeah,
you know,
right.
areas that's growing at this time. So,
I think on that, I'm holding out, see how it pans out before I
right.
worry too much. I think I seen, court date for August
I haven't
6th.
heard any of the latest concerning that.
I think it's
August
August
6th.
forward.
Some kind of settlement conference August the sixth,
Okay.
Is it?
and then trial set for September if it comes to that.
So we'll get through all that, and commissioners will have money again, we'll get it.
Yeah.
Well, you know me, I'll ask for money every chance I get one.
Oh, yeah. All right, any more questions for Gary, anybody? No, all right.
Thank you, Gary. Well,
I'm making a motion to go into executive session. Second.
Motion made by Mike.
We'll make a motion to
Yep.
Take that second, guys. Motion made by Mike. Danny?
Yes.
Derek? Lee? Monty?
Is any of the new firefighters here today?
Anybody have new people?
I know my chief's not here.
I don't think I seen anybody I didn't recognize, so. I didn't see anybody. All right, any new business from any board member occurring in the 24 hours of this meeting? Nope. It'll be like 108 tomorrow, so. Any other, motions?
Oh, wait.
I just wanna say something, really. I just wanna appreciate all the people that showed up coming out to my house. No, it wasn't serious, I mean, it was just a little dust up on my back porch, but.
Propane tank blew up behind your house.
Yes, I do greatly appreciate the effort and coming out and doing that, it means a lot. Thank you.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion by Lee, seconded by Danny. All right, motion made to adjourn, made by Lee, seconded by Danny. Mike?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jared? Danny? Derek? Lee? And Monty.
Yes, Mark.
Meeting is adjourned at 19:47.
Oh.